I really hope I'm not making a mistake here by doing this. I feel like it's great value. And hopefully you guys trust me as well. Yes, we're back, jumping in to season 2 of the worst Dynasty team. Hey, great to see everybody again. Love the response from that little recap episode we just had. Lots of people seem really pleased to have the show back. Like Taylor, of course, leaving a comment down below. Also seeing comments from Rob and Chris and Lewis as well. Thank you so much for jumping in the comments and showing appreciation for the show being back. Means a lot to me. Now, you may have seen the title on the thumbnail here. The draft has started, ladies and gentlemen. The draft started just like last year. It kind of snuck up on us where there was a set draft time and all of a sudden it just changed and we started. Luckily, there's no timer on, all right? It's as much time as we need per pick. We are on the clock with our 203 pick, but I've been keeping things rolling in the chat in the league just to make sure that we're, as close to schedule as possible. So let's have a little update. Let's catch up from last week. Let's see what happened in the league. We've had some trade offers come through, some for these picks, some from others. We'll have a look at those. Then we'll get into some more of the comments from last time we had on, including that what seems to be super popular Dynasty Hotseat Listener League, which we're going to give the details to at the end of the video. So make sure you stick around for that. Make sure if you're new here, you're hitting that subscribe button as well. Hit that like button if you're enjoying it. But most importantly, comment down below. This isn't just my team. This is your team. We're doing this together. What can we do together to fix this horrendous team? Let's have a little look at what's been happening. Alrighty. So here's where we left off in the chat. Last time, if you remember, we were just like 4 days ago, Nomad, what a joke. And that was falling on not much apart from the draft time being updated. CB's team. Sorry, I was calling it like CB. I didn't know. It's definitely CB's team. CB, of course, watching this as well. He's in the comments. So CB, nice to see you, mate. We have a deal that we're working on at the minute, which we'll get to very, very soon. But CB's in the comments watching. Shout out CB. If you see him commenting, make sure you give him a thumbs up and say hi to CB. Yeah, he's pointing out the same things. He's not answered me. He's ignoring DMs. Dude, yeah. I want this guy out. He's useless. He's fucking useless. Draft starts today. Bennett Dolphins. We've got an offer for him as well. He's selling. I'll buy people's first. We don't have one, sadly, from Wanty. Jonathan Mingo gets dropped. Jeremy Ruckert. Jalen Hyatt. John Mechie. Anthony Gould. Jaheim Bell. Frank Gore. John Wiley, all getting dropped. Do we want to pick any of those guys up? I mean, Jalen Hyatt, you're like, maybe. Kelsey goes on the block. Kelsey for an early second. Bob Means gets dropped. Dawson Knox dropped. Gus Edwards dropped. Selmo forgot he had CMC on the team. Parker Washington's on the block. Selmo put Malik Washington, Y, on the block. Mark Andrews on the block. Tyler Higbee, Y, on the block. Michael Pittman, who I do like, but, I don't know what his future looks like. Christian Kirk goes on the block as well. CMC, he would be an interesting one, right? I wonder what we could get if we could buy him and flip him. Mike Evans. And Nomad is on the clock with his 1-1 and 102 and 104 and 108. And he said, it's not letting me pick. Sorry, forgot to hit start. Still on the clock. The rich stay rich. Yeah, every player we want is on Nomad's team. And he doesn't reply to not only me, but anyone. He's inactive. He's not good for a league. He's terrible. What do you guys do? Have you ever been in a situation like this, where you have someone in your league where you're not the commissioner and you don't have the power, and someone is incredibly inactive? What do you do? Like, how do you get this over the line? You just go, you know what, it is what it is? Or are there steps that you take sometimes? I don't know, because I'm running out of ideas. A trade went through. This was, I thought, a slam dunk deal on the side of Chadley. Chadley picking up Devon Achan for a late first and an early second. Wow. I think that's great for Chadley. Achan side there for sure. Definitely. People said they want offers like that. Yeah, definitely. Tajay Spears went on the block along with Alec Pierce. Christian Watson on the block. Nomad, by the way, picked 101 and then just didn't pick again for like 24 hours because who knows why. Hey, he actually replied to someone, so he can do it. Wow, still on the clock. Shocker. This is where Wanty was going to turn it on to 12 hours, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. We cannot go from the draft not happening to the draft happening with an unlimited timer to literally 1 day later to having a 12-hour timer. Just no. Like, Nathaniel said he liked it. Yeah, Buckeye was saying you should have a timer here, but then thankfully Wanty was like, oh, hold on. Poor Mags over here in Europe going to get screwed by this 12-hour timer. Correct. I would have been. Especially when I need to ask you guys first. That would have been awful. So I just said, look, I don't like the 12-hour timer. We have months. We got months to do this. There's no rush. Let's chill. So it's been good, ticking along nicely. Some more people on the block: Pickens and Jacobs and Pollard, Hawkinson on the block, as well as JJ McCarthy. That's an interesting one, right? Nomad was on the clock as well. A couple of other people have swung around. JSN. Now there are some little comments about Jackson, Smith, and Jigba coming through. This seems to be a player that we want to target. CB seems like he's happy to sell at the right price. So let's pause. Let's have a look at some of the comments about Jackson Smith and Jigba. So Dylan initially saying, yes, that is someone we should definitely go out and try and target. There's a couple of different options that we have for JSN. We had some people saying, could we use Brian Thomas Jr. and tier down and get JSN plus? FFNC and long-time listeners saying, could we use T. Higgins and add some on to tier up to Jackson Smith and Jigba? Also mentioning Rome Odunze would be a good guy to go out and target. I quite like that as well. I'm happy with either of those. What do you guys think? That'll be a written comment below. Should we attack JSN by tiering down from Brian Thomas Jr.? Should we try and tier up from T. Higgins, or should we just try and do a separate deal completely? I'll message CB and see what he prefers. All right, let's keep scrolling down. Chadley was looking for a second. I have messaged Chadley seeing if he wants to. He managed to, you'll see later on, trade into the second round at 206, I believe. I have messaged him seeing if he wants to move up to the 203. Not heard anything back just yet. Wanty saying the draft is boring enough. So, yeah, that's true. That's true. So this is what he got done for the 206. An early third and a future third to move up to the 206. Chadley got that done. My guy Rye on the clock. And then here we go. I'm on the clock. And then I've said, look, I'm going to take offers for this pick. Send whatever you like. I'll take 24 hours just to account in the time difference. So everyone's going to get a shot. And then I've ran up to my camera station and started recording because I need this video to go out today. Because I don't want to hold everything up too much. Let's have a look at the trades that we have, shall we? And see if we like any of them. Not all of them are to do with this pick. So let's go from 3 days ago. We've got loads of bits and bobs from Aselmo. Christian Kirk, Parker Washington, Malik Washington, Jalen McMillan, the 212 and a third for this 203. I hate deals like this. I mean, realistically, none of these guys improve even our terrible team. Jalen McMillan, irrelevant player. Now that we've seen Tampa Bay have strengthened their wide receiver core again with dude, what is his name? With Ohio State guy, not Jeremiah Smith. Not this is actually the stigma on him as well, that he was just the Emeka Egbuka. Emeka Egbuka. Wow, sorry. They've strengthened their wide receiver room with him. Malik Washington, he's irrelevant. Parker Washington, more relevant than his namesake Malik, but no, not really. And Christian Kirk, he's going to be in for a little while, but they've got Higgins and Noel coming in. Man, it's not looking good for Christian Kirk. I don't like this deal. If you like it, please leave a comment saying, yeah, we should actually accept it, and you're missing out here because this late second and third are actually going to be worth it. But I don't know. Here are the pieces he has. Lamar, I mean, obviously, like, yeah. Trevor Lawrence, yeah. Running backs, Christian McCaffrey's on there. Devonta Smith, Mike Evans, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Williams on there, as well as Michael Pittman Jr. A couple of nice tight ends as well. Hear me out. I believe we had in the comments, and I definitely agree with this. I think it was from Martin saying, who cares about players? We just need to get picks. We have 3 firsts in 2026. I want to build around this 2027 class as well. I believe it to be a uniquely great class, especially at the wide receiver room. Some of these running backs coming through, believe me, really, really nice. You got Caden Durham over at LSU. You got the young kid at Louisville as well that just looks explosive as hell. Arch Manning could be coming through as well. We know about Jeremiah Smith. We know about Ryan Williams. That alone gives it a loaded first round, and there's going to be other prospects come through. 2027 first round pick, hear me out. I wonder if we could get that just for this 203 straight up. I'm going to make the offer because I think we'd all be in agreement that that's a good thing to pick up for this team. I think Martin is spot on. We need to build draft capital. Let's do it. Let's send out that offer to a Selmo, and let's maybe see who else we could target with that same offer as well. Let's just have a look at these trades to start with. CB Stream was looking for Brian Thomas Jr. Now, he, of course, is the JSN owner. Chris Godwin, Red Davis, and one of those 27 firsts that we want to have for Brian Thomas Jr. I wonder if we could get JSN in a 2027 first for Brian Thomas Jr. I don't want to pull the trigger on this because I'm not doing anything Brian Thomas related will let your say so. I think he is the biggest asset that we have. So let me know in the comments, would you do Jackson Smith and Jigba and a future 2027 first to acquire Brian Thomas Jr.? Yes, to say yes, I'll do it. No, say no, do not do that deal. Okay, that'll be one of our pinned comments. Okay, so look out for that. But not a bad offer by any means by CB. And then let's have a look at the latest offer that's come in from Bennett Dolphins, 13-11-7. We get Brandon Cooks and TJ Hawkinson for that 203 and 2 future thirds. Not a bad offer at all. TJ Hawkinson, what age is TJ Hawkinson? TJ's getting up there. He's just coming off an injury. But I do like TJ Hawkinson. I think he's still one of those top tier tight ends. He's 27, so yeah, he's got a couple of years left in the tank for sure. I think this is probably about right for his value. So I don't hate this deal at all for TJ Hawkinson. Let me know what you think. You can see as we record inside time, I'm putting Tyreek Hill on the block again. Maybe we offer this second for Tyreek Hill. I wonder if he would do that. He's obviously desperate to get rid of Tyreek. Let's have a look, see what we could offer for Tyreek Hill. I mean, not a hell of a lot, right? Not a hell of a lot. Yeah. I don't think we can get a deal done. Treylon Burks, the 4th best receiver in the league. How about that? How about that for Tyreek Hill? No, not much we can do there. So those are the trades. Let me know what you think of all of them in the comments below. Would love to hear from you. And yeah, we wanted to target some more 2027 first. So let's scan and through. Wanty's team, I don't want his first round pick because he's absolutely stacked and loaded. So we probably don't want that. Aselmo, we've already targeted. Saitama, we could target his. He's got a slightly older team. He would have to do very well to keep it up to date by 2027. Does he have his first? He does. So why don't we target Saitama's 27 first? I really hope I'm not making a mistake here by doing this. I feel like it's great value. And hopefully you guys trust me as well. So let's put in our 203 from this year and a 2027 first on Saitama's end. Let's see if he accepts that. Who else could we target? Nomad, I mean, it's hard to even get into it. We had Captain Toad, we had Phil, we had other people saying this guy just sucks. He does. He's awful. He's the worst. We're not even going to message him, even though I know some people are asking we should just bombard him with trade offers. He just won't reply. He's useless. Nathaniel, let's have a look at Nathaniel's team. Caleb's in there. He's got a couple of nice running backs. Odunze, we talked about earlier to potentially target. Yeah, if Nathaniel has his 27 first, that might be worth going after as well. Let's see. Yes, he does. So let's go. Let's see if Nathaniel wants to trade back in to the first round or the early second round for his 2027 first, shall we? I know some of you are screaming,
"Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Like, who's available?"
You'll see. There's no obvious gem that has fallen. You'll see. I'll show you soon. Don't worry. Let's have a look. Let's send that out. Boom, boom, boom. Anybody else we think we could target? Nathaniel, Buckeye. He's got a pretty strong quarterback room there. He's got pretty good running backs, wide receivers, got CD. Yeah, he could be worth targeting as well. He could definitely be worth targeting. Let's have a look. 27 first for this pick. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. 27 first for, oh my goodness me. Where are we? 203. Let's go. Send it. Boom. My guy Rye, he's got a bit of an issue at quarterback. Not as much of an issue at running back. That looks pretty good. Wide receiver is really nice. Yeah, still, I think we can go ahead and target that 27 first. Again, we want as many of these as possible. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. This is a special, special class that is coming up. We want to get as many of them as possible before people get hip to it. You know what I mean? Before people realize, oh, damn, I need to hold on to these for dear life and not trade them away. We want to skip the queue. Skip the queue for sure. King Logs, he's a new guy. Oh, I should probably look at his team. I think it sucks, though. Yeah, it does. This is real bad. This is, apart from Justin Jefferson, this is a stinky, stinky team. Let's see if we can get that 27 first off him. That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful if we could get that. Let's have a look. 2027 first, added in for the second here, added in. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Hopefully we get one bite on this. CB, if you're interested, I know we were trying to work out some other things with this pick and all that. Would you do your 27 first? I'll throw it out there, mate. I'll throw it out there. Let's see. Let's go. 2027 first for this 207. Let's see if you want it. Boop. Boom, boom, boom. Let's send it over. Let's see what you think. And I think there's one more. Bennett Dolphins. Yeah, that would be good to get his as well. He's not in much of a contending spot either. So let's see if we can get one bite, hopefully, on that deal. A 27 first for our nice and early second here. Right, that has been sent out to everybody. I know everyone's been wondering, wow, what does this class look like? What does it look like in a minute in the draft room? Let's have a look. So, let me zoom out so you can see exactly what happened. Nomad was on the clock. He picks up Ash Janti and goes Travis Hunter with the second overall pick, which is interesting. Omarion Hampton then goes Cam Ward, then goes to Nomad as well. God almighty. Yeah. And then Nathaniel picks up Judkins. Tet McMillan goes to Bennett. Chadley picks up Tyler Warren. Nomad also gets Henderson. Bennett gets Igbuka. RJ Harvey goes to Sierra Buckeye. Great pick from him. Nathaniel gets Luther Burden, and Matthew Golden goes to Anselmo before Jackson Dart and Jalen Milroe go off the board at pick 2-1 and 2-2. Now we're on the clock. We've obviously sent out those offers, but here's who's available. Caleb Johnson is still available, a guy that has been going back into the first round. He's maybe the best value versus ADP pick, along with a guy like Colston Loveland. I am slightly worried about the mouths to feed, but Loveland obviously got the draft capital. He would be a nice person to pick up here for sure. Jaden Higgins, Trey Harris, Cam Scadaboo, Jack Besh, all on the board. Shadur Sanders is a guy that, I mean, that might be where we're at with this team is, do we pull the trigger early and try and get a guy like Shadur Sanders at the 2-3, which is earlier than he has been going, but the upside is by far the highest out of all of these players here. So if nothing works out and we can't get this pick traded, I believe personally it's between Caleb Johnson, Colston Loveland, and Shadur Sanders with who we should go with at this pick 2-3. If you have a preference, or if you think, no, we need to get Trey Harris here actually, or Cam Scadaboo if you're a Scadaboo guy, or Higgins if you're a Higgins guy, let me know who you think we should go with this 2-3, because if none of these trades go through, I'm going to have to make a pick very, very, very soon, and I'll do the most popular pick. So if you're going to leave any comment today on anything, if you're still watching right now, write the name of the player you think that we should go for. Do it right now in the comments. Pause the video. Do it right now. I'll wait for you. Thank you very much. All right, cool. Let's catch up with the rest of the comments, shall we? We had MH Undermark saying that Bryce Young would be a good target to go after. He's on CB's team. Bryce Young has some more weapons now, which is really nice. Does anybody see anything here that we could do with Bryce Young? Now, if you do recall as well, CB has another guy we are targeting in Jackson Smith in Jigba. So could we package those together in some form of deal? What can we do aside from that if we just want to target Bryce Young on his own? We could use future picks if we wanted to. We do have a lot of 2026 picks available. We could maybe look at one of these wide receivers that we have that are okay. I don't think we can do anything quarterback-wise. I mean, Malik Willis, no. Levis, no. Rattler, Jones, Rush, and Thompson, Robinson. Not much going on there. Exactly, right? Anybody see a deal in their opinion, that we could make work for Bryce Young, because I don't hate the move for Bryce at all. I thought it was quite nice. I had a comment from Chastic saying that he's taken on a couple of other orphans this year because of this show. Yeah, it is a hell of a lot of fun. Nothing better than rebuilding and winning a championship with a team that had no business winning a championship. That is always really, really cool. And here's one that's been asked loads and loads and loads and loads from Wild W1, from Rob, from lots of people. The Listener League. It was teased at the end of last season. It's coming. It is coming. Please look below. There is a comment from me saying, do you want in on the Listener League? If you do, drop your sleeper handle. So all you got to do is leave your sleeper handle in the comments down there, and I'll get you in. I am hoping we can fill one league. If we get loads of people, we'll do two. I don't want anyone to miss out, really. All right. So if we can, we'll get one league going, maybe even two, depending on how many people want in. So this is super exciting. We're going to have a couple of special rules. We'll talk about that in the sleeper chat. Team mascots. Maybe have a little rule to do with Nomad. You know, let's keep it linked to the league. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. The main thing is we're on the clock. What do? Do we trade this pick out? Do we pick one of these players? What is it? I need to know from you. Please leave a comment. Thank you so much for the responses in the last video. It's great to be back. We are going to get this team off its feet. And you know why, don't you? Because this has been another episode of the worst team ever. As that dramatic music courses through your veins, you need to remember that right here on the Dynasty Hotseat, greatness isn't born. It's built. Let's go.